Welcome back, guys. This is Campie, and today I'm going to teach you how to beat this week's bounty, which is the Doombringer. Funny enough, the Doombringer is actually not a bipedal boss, but a big ass tower. You may know that tower kind of events are kind of tough, but this week's event, the room is really open, so you can kind of run in and out and hit the towers. I will give you more tips as I progress through the video. It's a good idea to kill the towers before you kill the enemies or even the bosses. The tower I'm killing right now is the DPS tower. It will either deal lightning damage to you in the form of streaks of lightning coming from the sky, or they will shoot lightning balls at you. The lightning balls are significantly more damaging and more dangerous. And if you're wearing headphones or you have your speakers up, you can hear the wind noise like and then you have about a second or a second and a half to get out of the way before a lightning bolt comes and hits your face. And it could one-shot you. It does about 1,100 or 1,200, something like that. This week's dungeon is a little bit easier than the last 3 dungeons I find, but it's still fairly challenging. I can actually beat this level using lesser gear, but it takes a lot longer to beat. I actually have my gold gear on the first time I beat this level, and it took me at least 2.5 times longer to beat. For these gargoyles, they do a lot of damage, so you want to keep a distance from them and just use a range if possible. If you're using a knight, then you might want to use angelic form. If you're using a range, stay close to the edge and hit the towers from as far as possible, and possibly doing a hit and run. So that pretty much takes care of one DPS tower. Now on to the second DPS tower. I can pretty much kill these DPS towers in 2 runs, or 1 really long run. When attacking these lightning type of DPS towers, you want to keep moving or else the lightning will hit you. The tower I'm killing now is an area AoE lightning type tower, but it will also occasionally do lightning bolt attacks, and it kind of shoots them in random directions. Now I want to try damaging the last mini tower before fighting the boss, or the mini boss guarding the towers. But it looks like I aggro the boss, but not before doing some dots and damaging the last mini tower. The last tower in the middle of the circle summons minions, and you cannot kill it until the shielding is gone. The shielding looks like a blue kind of cover over it, and it's there until you kill all the other mini towers surrounding it. For this next part, you want to try aggroing just one of those guys first. Preferably the charger, kill him first, since he does the most damage and is most dangerous. The secret to beating him is putting dots on him and running away from him. And if there's a lot of space like this one, you can keep running, and he will occasionally stop when he runs for about, I don't know, 2.5 seconds or so. This next tough enemy, if you're range, I suggest you put dots, keep hitting him, and just run. He does a lot of damage if he manages to hit you with his melee attack. Now we move on to the last part, which is actually the boss part. If you have any extra boost potions, it might be a good idea to use them now. there would be 2 gargoyles. I'd suggest aggroing them away from the towers. Once you dealt with the 2 gargoyles, then you can go back to the tower boss to damage it. Again, stay as far away from them as possible, dealing damage to them from afar. Just kill any towers that are closest first. And if you're a knight, you might want to use angelic form. There will be occasional spawns consisting of 2 or 3 suicide ghouls, 2 melee soldiers, and 1 archer. So you could kill them, but it will keep coming out. I suggest killing the ghouls, but the lesser minions, you can probably kite them around and kill the towers if you wanted to. When you kill the little towers which are shielding the big tower, make sure you don't get hit by the beams spreading out from the big tower. It's either horizontal or vertical. It's pretty simple patterning, and you can kind of tell which direction it's going to shoot because there's a little line that glows, but it happens all really quickly. As you can see here, you can hit the little tower from over the beams, or you can go across the beams when they're not firing and shoot at the mini tower, whatever your preference is. At this point, it's pretty much over. All you have to do now is attack the main boss, which is that big ass tower. And there's little minions that will come out, but if you have good armor and a lot of health, you can pretty much tank them while you DPS the tower. And that's all there is to it. What the heck? A lockbox in a lockbox? Yeah, nice shoulders. That's exactly what I needed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe and share this video. And I will see you in the next clip.